2023 has ended, so let's take a look at what 2024 will offer. Hello everyone, I'm Jay Mayer and welcome back to my channel for my first video of this new year. Yes, it's 2024, a new year. So happy new year everyone and welcome back to my channel. And for my first video I thought, let's talk about the movies 2024 has to offer. And while I was looking at all the movies that were coming this year to us, I have to say I'm pretty excited for this year. I was not the biggest fan of previous year, but this year really looks good. I'm really excited for it and I hope most of these films are really gonna deliver us a good time. I really hope so. And for this list I have selected the 10 movies that will be released in 2024 that I'm looking forward the most. You can maybe have some different movies you are looking forward the most, that's fine, but these are mine. And it's a kind of a different ranking list I'm gonna do. Mostly if I do a ranking video or ranking list, it's always about movies that I have seen. And now I haven't seen these movies yet. Really looking forward to seeing them. So I have to rank them on how excited I am to see these movies. So my number 1 is obviously the movie I'm anticipating the most this year. But my number 10 is also a movie that I'm really looking forward to the most. But not as much as the ones above them. So that's basically how this list works. So these are the 10 movies I selected that I'm looking forward the most to see this year in theaters. So let's start with number 10. And at number 10 I have Drive Away Dolls. And this is a movie, actually the first movie as from Ethan Coen as solo director. Ethan Coen is one of the brothers from the Coen brothers. And this is a duo of directors that I really admire. I really love their work. Most of them work anyways. They have made some great movies like Fargo or No Country for Old Men. But at a certain point they decided to do their own things from now on. Joel Coen already directed a movie, The Tragedy of Macbeth, which I absolutely don't like. And now we're gonna have a movie directed by Ethan Coen as a solo director. So I'm very excited to see what kind of movie he's gonna bring. And looking at the plot of this movie, I have to say this film actually intrigues me. And the release is actually very soon, so we don't have to wait long for his solo debut. At number 9 we have a horror movie. And I think we're gonna have some great horror movies this year as well. And hopefully one of them is Maxine. And Maxine is the third part of this trilogy directed by Ty West. Ty West is a horror director. He took a little break of 6 years and then he returned with this trilogy. In 2022 we already had the first 2 parts of movies. We have The Fantastic X, which was my favorite movie of 2022. Really loved that movie. And then the follow-up, Pearl. And Pearl was also a nice surprise. So both great movies. And now this year he will bring us the third part, Maxine. And this will focus on the character of Maxine, who we already know from the movie X. And the setting is also very interesting. It's going to take place in New York during the late 70s, early 80s I believe. And I think Maxine got her dream. She's, I think, a beloved porn actress as she wanted to be. And Ty West wanted to focus in this movie on the Italian giallo. He wants to bring an ode to that genre, so that intrigues me as well. So actually I think that is gonna be a great end of his trilogy. At number 8 we have Deadpool 3. This is gonna be a very popular pick for this year. And the reason why I am excited for this movie is not Deadpool. I was a big Deadpool fan years ago when the first two movies were released, 2016, 2018, really loving these movies. But as time goes by, I'm not really that fan of the movies anymore. I think they are still great movies, but not my favorites in this franchise. But in Deadpool 3, we will have the return of Wolverine in his yellow suit, so that really looks cool already. So I think this movie is gonna be a cool movie. We're gonna probably have a clash between Deadpool and Wolverine. Maybe they are gonna team up together. Both cases is something awesome to see, and that's why I'm looking forward to see this movie. Number 7 is Furiosa, and this is a follow-up to the Mad Max Fury Road movie. And that's my only concern. It took 9 years to make a new movie in this franchise, and that's a long time for a sequel to be released, so usually that's not always an indication for a good sequel. But I have seen the trailer last week, and I have to say, I really get Mad Max Fury Road vibes, so I really think Furiosa can be maybe as good as Mad Max Fury Road. And if that is the case, that will be a great movie to watch in theaters. And that's why I'm really looking forward to see this movie as well. Number 6, we have a new horror movie, and that's A Quiet Place Day 1. This is not per se the third movie in the Quiet Place franchise. We will still see A Quiet Place 3 somewhere in the future. But A Quiet Place Day 1 is a prequel. And I believe it's gonna focus completely on that first day. The day the apocalypse started. The day the aliens came to our planet. And I'm a big A Quiet Place fan. The first one, big surprise, one of the best theater experience I had in my life, one of my favorite horror movies. And the second one is almost equally as good. So, two great movies, and this one might be on the same level. And what I really admire at A Quiet Place Part 2 is the opening scene. Because on the opening scene we already see something happening on that first day. So if the whole movie, Day 1, is going to be like the opening scene of A Quiet Place 2, this movie is going to be fantastic. At number 5, I have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I have to admit, when I first hear about this movie, I had my concerns. I was not positive about it because I believe the trilogy, Rise, Down, War, all 3 great movies, is a perfect trilogy. So why do you have to continue on that trilogy? But I'm starting reading more on the plot. I saw the trailer of this also last week, and I'm really intrigued. The trailer looks beautiful, and I think this is gonna be a beautiful movie. It's taking place many years after war, and now we are going to really be in the planet of the apes. There are different tribes of apes, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see these different kind of tribes. Maybe there is a conflict between the tribes, but the trailer illustrates that it's going to focus on a character, probably a relative of Caesar, son, grandson, something like that. And he's like going on this discovery journey through the planet of the apes. And that's what this movie is going to be interesting to see, I believe. It's just going to be a beautiful movie, and if it's on the same level as those first 3 movies, it's going to be another great movie. Number 4, we have Alien Romulus. I also believe it's called Alien Romulus. With the Alien movies, you never know how it's going to be called or what direction they're going. But I do not really care if it's a sequel to that Alien movie, or they're ignoring those Alien movies, or it's that direction. I'm just excited to see a new Alien movie, and I really believe Alien Romulus can be a fantastic Alien movie, as I wanted. And also, when I look at these casts, they really casted some talented young actresses, so really looking good this movie. And I do not really know much about this movie, but I have a feeling that this Alien movie can work, can deliver, and I really hope it will be a great alien movie, because I really want a great alien movie. It's been a while, so let's hope. Anyhow, top 3. These are my 3 most anticipated movies of the year. And number 3 is coming soon. It's gonna be released very soon. And that's Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And I'm actually surprised that I placed this movie so high in my anticipation list. But that's just because now I'm really in the mood for a fun adventure movie. And I think Ghostbusters Frozen Empire can deliver in that fun adventure mood that I'm having now. And also, I think it's very intriguing that the movie is going to take place in a frozen empire. The snowy aspect, the cold, and I think that can elevate the movie to a higher level. Also, the previous movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, was an amazing movie. So I think the sequel can also be amazing. And number 2, maybe a surprise to see on my list, but it's a bit different than the movies I'm already talking about. And that's Horizon, an American saga. And this is a long movie that is split in 2 parts, but both parts are coming out this year. And I believe both are being released in the summer. But anyhow, I see it as a one movie for this list. And what I really makes me anticipate this movie is that it's directed by Kevin Costner. And I'm a big Kevin Costner fan, both as an actor but also as a director. As a director, did not make a lot of movies, but Dances with Wolves, The Postman and Open Range, all amazing movies with really focus on a beautiful story, beautiful imagery, a bit slow at times, but I don't mind that in a Kevin Costner film. And Horizon can also be a beautiful, interesting movie to see, and it has that western vibe. It's probably a western, so I'm always in the mood for a good western, so I hope this will be one of them. But my most anticipated movie of 2024, and I would be a liar if it wasn't my most anticipated, and that's Final Destination 6. Yes, I am anticipating Final Destination 6 for so many years now. As soon as the first rumors about the new Final Destination came, I was really excited. Yes, a new Final Destination movie. And Final Destination, after Scream, it's my favorite horror franchise, and I love all these movies, except for 4. And I really hope Final Destination 6 can be this fun horror movie, like all the Final Destination movies are, except for 4. And I'm just curious to see what direction they are going to be. It's going to be something fresh. Have they new ideas? What are they going to do with the whole premise? So I do not know a lot about this movie, but just the fact that there is another Final Destination movie coming out makes me super excited. So that's why it's my number 1. So guys, these are my 10 most anticipating movies for 2024. Let us hope that these 10 movies can really deliver my expectations. And maybe we will see some of these back in my top 10 of 2024 at the end of the year. Let us see. But hope you enjoyed my video. Always be free to share your most anticipating movies of the year below in the comments. If you want to see more rankings of me in the future, always be free to subscribe to my channel. Until the next time.